So, as you can see, this is a bit of a problem. I don't dig that. So this is my solution. I've already got one going over here, right? One above the garage door storage solution. I'm trying to get another one going. And today is the day I fix it. Alrighty, so here's a quick look at the one that's already done. As you can tell, it has these, I think those actually 9-foot studs running long, just underneath the actual ceiling trusses above. And I've just met those and sunk all kinds of 3.5-inch grabbers, so it's nice and tight. And then it has 20-inch drop downs, if not 19.5, I forget now. But it'll be depending on your garage and how much clearance you have above your garage door. I opened up my garage door so that I could take measurements just to make sure that I have enough clearance above the garage door. And then once I weighed it down with everything, I actually realized back here was starting to sag. So I came in and just put some L brackets to provide additional support there. You can tell I just got some straight brackets running everywhere, trying to just tie it all together. And then again, got some brackets on the inside of these. But then, on the inside of each of those uprights, there are additional brackets. So I've got screws on the outside, brackets on the inside, brackets on the outside, brackets underneath. This thing is really just tied together. And now we're doing the same thing over here. So this time I've just got standard 8-foot studs that I'm going to be running on this side. And we're just going to do 19-inch drop downs on each side, left and right, to meet with studs underneath. And then we're just going to finish it with some 3/4 OSB particle board. So here's the quick version of how I just cut those. I measure a master that is at 20 1/2. I cut it down. I mark it as the master. And I use that to simply then mark the other boards, line them up, and rip them on my nice little DeWalt chop. So 8 of them in total with the master. It's going to do for 4 drop downs on each side. Okay, so the next step, now that I've got them cut to the 20 inches and 1/2, I pre-drill them on one end because they're going up there. And it makes it easier to have them pre-drilled if I put some screws in them before I get up there. Stay tuned. So one thing you want to watch for when you're doing this is the drilling side right here. You don't want these to be too close to this edge because this is going to be butted up against the ceiling, and when you go to get your actual drill up there, it won't fit if you don't have it a little bit far away. So I've got it about 1 inch away, and I angle it to actually it ends about 1/2 inch angled to 1/2 inch. In case you're wondering, I'm using this cheap Hitachi. Don't really like it, but anyway, it's my dedicated pre-hole drilling, my pilot hole drilling. So anyway, now this one I do like. This is my impact drill driver that I'll use all the time when using screws. That's from Craftsman. It's nice and light, and it's hardy. Love it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and set some screws in each of those boards that I just pre-drilled. Check it out. For screws, I'm using 2.5 inch and 3-inch grabbers. I'm going to use a combination of both. Mostly just because I don't have many more of the 3-inch grabbers. I'm going to put a 3-inch in the middle, and I'm going to put 2-inch grabbers on the sides, and I'm going to set them through just enough to where about 1/4 inch of each screw is on the opposite side, and it'll help me get those started when I get up top on the ladder. Now comes the hanging. Nice and solid. Okay, so there are one side. I'm gonna do 4, somewhat equally spread apart, and then I'll work over here to this side. So in order to now mirror that same design of having the studs run inside of each and not below, the measurement on the inside is 50 1/2 inches. That'll work. Okay, so a quick update. I actually cut those to 51. I often like this to cut a little bit long, just to make sure. And that actually squares those drop downs up a little bit better. It's so tight in fact that it's just holding it up there by itself. So let's go ahead and set some 2.5 inch grabbers in there. Big mistake. Pre-drill them. That close to the end of the 2x4, just split it. Ah, dang it. Those look really nice and solid. I'm happy with that. 51 inches in between each. 3 2.5 inch grabbers, pinching it together. Do pre-drill it. Yeah. Oh, at this point, probably a good idea to test it. If you haven't built one yet with your garage door, you want to just open and close your garage door carefully to make sure that you don't clip it. I've already tested it, so I'm confident it won't hit. So, these are not 2x4s. I ran out of 2x, and I'm gonna have to go with some 1x2s. And then I'm gonna finish with that last 2x4 that I have that's long enough. What do? I'm not professional. Jeez. Also, just for peace of mind, I throw in some L brackets on the inside just to make sure that everything is nice and tight and sturdy.
Mom! Dad! Good job!
Thanks, bud.
Good job for working on those.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, I think those are really, I think that is getting really good.
Oh, you're so nice. He's my biggest fan. For these, I'm actually using 1.5-inch decking screws. They should work great. All right, we got all 4 supports up, and I built it intentionally just to fit one 4x8 sheet. This one fits 2 4x8 sheets, and I'm pretty happy. Now I'm actually gonna go up here and fill it full of 1.5 inch screws. Alrighty guys, got my big helper here, and we are done. He helped me make sure we have everything put up there nice and tight, nice and organized, and we fit about 12 to 15 boxes, right buddy?
Yep.
What do you have to say? Does it look good?
Yes. And if we make it too big, stuff will fall onto the ground.